Good morning, 7th graders. We are going to start this week off on Monday with adding and subtracting fractions. And one of the things we have to be aware of when we add and subtract fractions is we always need to make sure that we have common denominators. So for example, here number 1, they both have 7 for denominators, so I can go ahead and start working with it right away. I have 2 sevenths plus 1 seventh. The 7th stays my denominator, and I just add the 2 and the 1 to get 3. And I can't go lowest terms of 3 sevenths. That one's all done. Number 2, I start off with 8 ninths minus 2 ninths. Since they both have 9 for denominator, I'm good to go. I put my 9 down for denominator. I'm left with 8 minus 2, and I get 6. So 6 ninths is not lowest terms, though, because I can divide them both by 3. It takes me all the way down to 2/3. Number 3, we get into a situation where we now have different denominators. So we'll use our skills from last week that we learned. I have 1/6 plus 1/4. Well, if I have 6 and 4 as denominators, I list out my 6's and I list out my 4's until I find the common denominator that matches 12. So now, the new denominator is going to be 12. Well, 6 times 2 got me 12, so I times the top number by 2 and I get 2. Over here, 4 jumped up to a 12 because I times it by 3, so times the top by 3 and I get 3. So now I got 2 twelfths plus 3 twelfths equals 5 twelfths. Number 4, different denominators, so I list out my 4's and my 8's, and you can see our first match will be an 8, and 5/8 is already set. I don't have to mess around with it because if the denominator is 8, I'm going to keep it as it is. It's just over here I have to adjust the 4. 4 times 2 jumped me up to an 8, so times the top by 2 and I get 2. And 5/8 minus 2/8 is 3/8. A couple more examples. We have 3/4 minus 6/10. And of course, different denominators means we'll have to get that match of denominators and list out your 4's and list out your 10's. Your first match is at 20. So 4 jumps up to a 20 when you times it by 5. So times the top here by 5. 3 times 5 gives you 15. 10 jumps up to a 20 by multiplying by 2. So times 6 by 2 and you get 12. And then you're left with 15 twentieths minus 12 twentieths to give you 3 twentieths. And you cannot go lowest terms, so that's all done. One more example here. We have 4 sevenths plus 1/4. Well, different denominators, so I list out my 7's and 4's till I find my match, and it's 28. And 7 is going to grow to a 28 by multiplying by 4, so I times the top by 4, and I get 16. Over here, 4 grows to 28 by multiplying by 7, so times the top by 7, I get 7. 23 28ths for a final answer. All right, now here's a few for you guys to try on your own here for adding and subtracting fractions. So you have number 1, 7/12 plus 1/12. Number 2, 1/2 minus 1/5. Number 3, 2 ninths plus 1/3. And number 4, 7/8 minus 2/3. Go ahead and pause your video, and we'll check your answers in just a second. And here's our final answers worked out here for number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. All right, so after viewing this video, give the problems in Schoology a shot, and good luck.